Burger King. Mix and match your favorites for just $5. Patrick Beverly thinks that Nuggets star Nikola Jokic needs to toughen up. Beverly said Jokic, quote, presents the same thing that Luka presents. A lot of flailing, puts a lot of pressure on the referees to make the right calls. Jokic, who had 32 points in the Game 3 loss, responded with, quote, they had 26 free throws. We had 10. I am just showing the ref it is a foul. Huh. Shannon, whose side are you on here?
Could I interrupt
Yeah.
before you go?
Yeah.
I just got a text from our man, Little Wayne.
Yes.
He wants this for you to know. He says, tell Unc, obviously Shannon,
Me.
I take over the song once I get on it. It's no longer a feature. It's my song now. But he says to tell you that he loves you for the shout out. Okay? just to reiterate, again.
Whatever song it is, it is. It's his song now.
It's his song, okay?
Oh, I
now
love
answer
that.
Pat Bev versus Jokic.
Okay, I'm gonna take Jokic. Last guy should mention anything about flailing and flopping is Patrick Beverly. And this season, only one guy got fined for flopping. I'll give you one guess to guess who it was. And it wasn't Jokic. It's Pat Bev. Skip, at some point in time, how about just give a guy credit? Just give Doncic credit. He's good. He's a great player. He's going to be in the MVP conversation for years to come. Of the big mans, of what we call true fives, I'm taking Jokic over any other big in basketball that plays that position. I'm taking him over Joel Embiid because you know why, Skip? I'm going to get that guy for 70 to 75 games. He's a better passer. He's a better scorer. Now, he doesn't rebound, but he's a better all-around big than Joel Embiid. I would take him.
Embiid can pass it.
Yeah, but that's Skip. He's a different animal.
I got it.
He's a different animal right there. And so for me, Skip, Skip, I don't even really like showing video because that eats into my time and that distractor because with I want them to just see and hear me. But I got to show this video. This Pat Bev. Now, I want you to do this Pat Bev right here. Take a look at old Pat Bev. Look at this. Against Jason Tatum. Oh, my goodness, Skip. Denzel would be proud.
You got smashed right in the face.
That man against me. Skip, you're thinking, people can't see, they see you. You know we on a 2x2, right? So they see you, right?
I'm laughing.
Exactly. Because you know it's a bull jive. Let's go to the other. Let's get to the other one. Look at this. Really, Skip? What is that? What is that, Skip?
You can't body him up like that. You can't knock that man down.
Not really.
Offensive foul.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And you love Pat Bev.
I do.
And that's the thing. Why is it always the guy that's in the back seat? Skip, he's not in the passenger seat. He's not his car. He's not. You're going to mess this up for everybody. Joker, they have no answer for him. He with Zubats. He fouled him out, Skip. There is a difference between getting fouls and getting shooting fouls. Because, yeah, he got 7 fouls committed against him, but the Clippers shot 26 free throws. So what game is Pat Bev watching? At some point in time, the problem that I have, look, when someone's good, you just say, you know what, he's a heck of a player. It's tough to guard him because he can shoot we saw him raining those threes. He can put the ball on the floor, and so he's a little unorthodox. But he's a damn good player. Don't try to make it seem like he be flailing, because that man is legit. That man is a bona fide star in this league, and he's going to be there for years to come. So for Pat Bev to try to dismiss him as he's flailing and he's trying to get the officials' attention, well, it didn't work. Because they only shot 10 free throws, so it didn't work. So I'm with Joker on this one. Pat Bev out his mind. And like Mike Malone said, had Kawhi said something, I might give it a little credence. I might even listen to it. But when that Joker talking, listen to nothing he said.
So, Shannon Sharp, you and Mike Malone just got Pat Bev'd. He got you to react exactly the way he wanted you to react to this quote. This is what he does. He wants to irritate, he wants to annoy, and ultimately he wants to distract the Denver Nuggets from the task at hand, which is down 2-1 to the Clippers to win Game 4. And I think you predicted they would win.
I got the Nuggets.
Okay. As you well know, Patrick Beverly is a first-ballot Hall of Famer when it comes to psychological warfare, especially in the postseason.
Yes.
He's first-ballot Hall of Famer. He's right up there to me with a guy I covered in Chicago named Dennis Rodman.
But Dennis Rodman can play.
Okay, so can he. He can play. He can shoot threes. He makes big threes. Watch. He is their Rondo.
Skip.
I said that on this show 3 times. Pat Bev is Rondo. He does for them what Rondo Lakers.
Are you comparing Pat Bev to Dennis Rodman, who led the league in rebounding for 7 straight years?
I got it. He's a Hall of Fame player. I mean, a literal Hall of Fame player.
2-time Defensive Player of the Year.
But one thing Dennis Rodman couldn't do, he couldn't participate in psychological warfare after the game or on off days. He wasn't verbal.
In the game.
No, it was all in the game. He wasn't a great post-game day,
he ain't saying anything.
off-day trash talker.
No.
He wasn't that guy.
No.
This guy is a master of how can I get under your skin and into your psyche on an off day? How can I do it after the game? Well, he just did it again because Mike Malone should have just scoffed at this. He should have said, next question. Instead, he took it seriously and kind of took it personally.
Yeah.
Well, I don't listen to Patrick Beverly a whole lot. If Kawhi Leonard was talking, maybe I might listen to it. Kawhi's a great player.
Don't mind me asking, Skip, when Pat Bev was in Houston and they're in the playoffs, how many times you heard him talk after a game? See, it's easy to see. No. He wasn't doing no talking. It's easy to talk when you got 2 dogs hunting. And Kawhi and PG. So
they got 4 dogs hunting.
So you can do all this.
Roe and Lou and Prez.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. Listen, with nobody doing all this talking, Pat Bev bumping him now because now he thinks he's a favorite to win the title. So don't let that fool you, Skip. Pat Bev wasn't talking like this in Houston. He was not.
He was. I remember you just didn't care because they weren't that good. They didn't merit any attention to his trash talking, but he was still trash talking.
So why are they talking now?
Remember what he did to Russell Westbrook in Oklahoma City? Remember how he ended his season?
Oh, yeah. He undercut him.
Yep.
He went to call him 20-second timeout. 20-second timeout, and he tried to swipe the ball, and he got his knee.
Yep.
And
there we go.
Russell's been having problems with that knee ever since.
I think that might have been the beginning of the end of the Russell as we used to love him the most. That was the peak of his athleticism, obviously, and he lost a little bit off that injury. Okay, so let's examine what Patrick Beverly actually said about Jokic. He said, he says, it's a lot of flailing, you know. He puts a lot of pressure on referees to make the right call. Well, that's exactly right. It's sort of a Euro trait. Luka does it, where it's just a lot of hands. They drive, and then the hands are just going everywhere. And I thought the 6th foul on Zubac, another Euro player, was just wrong because Zubac turned around like, I don't know what, I can't defend him any better. He didn't move. He just sort of moved with him, but he didn't body him. He didn't bounce up against him.
But
there's a lot of this going on.
Besides being more talented, what's the difference between James Harden game? When all those James Harden. James Harden does exactly what Doncic does. When he's going to the basketball, he's swiping through, he's getting five. Skip, he does all that.
Okay, but he doesn't do it with hands going everywhere. It's this trait. And listen, Joker is great at it because hands are going up everywhere. Ball is loose, and you say, well, surely somebody, I guess, had to slap him across the wrist, and maybe sometimes they don't slap him
Skip,
across.
I think the thing is that when you look at supposed to be this outstanding defense, and for the most part, these 2 white European players kick their tails. It's as simple as that. They had no answer for Doncic. It would have been interesting to see had Porzingis not fouled out and had been able to play those last couple of ball games. And Joker, Skip, they can't do anything with Joker. They got nobody that can stop him. Zubac, because he can step out and shoot the 3, he can put the ball on the floor. There are very few 5s that can put the ball on the floor. He can do it.
Hey, I don't think the Lakers can stop Jokic.
No. You just try to contain him. But see, the thing is, what they can do is that they can put AD and force him to try to guard AD and draw. Zubac, you're not dumping the ball down to Zubac and say, Zubs, go to work on Joker.
Yep. So I love he's the best 5 passer he's ever, the best center passer he's ever seen.
Yes.
Passing big man.
Yes.
And he said, talking about Joker, he has a little bit of everybody. He has all the footwork and moves of Olajuwon. I'll buy that.
Because you remember that up and under against Utah, Skip. You was like, how did 15 moves?
And, said Doc, he has the lanky and goofy intelligence of Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
He's just good. Well, it is goofy intelligence compared to everybody else. He's operating in a different universe of, you can't do that.
Right.
What are you thinking about that?
Right.
And it's kind of like out there. It's like off-center intelligence. Well, you can't. All of a sudden, he's dribbling to his right, and he decides to shoot a running hook, and it's like a no-look hook. He just says, I'll just shoot it up here, and it goes in. And you say, that's just goofy.
I think the thing is, Skip, when you look at him, I mean, he's not chiseled. He can't run fast. They ask him, say, well, why are you so patient? He says, I can't run fast. That's my only choice. That's my only option is to be patient. He doesn't jump high, Skip, so he has to be technically and fundamentally sound. And as Doc mentioned, his footwork, he's sound in the footwork game. He can make shots in the range that he can shoot the ball with. He's a better shooter because that Joel Embiid falls in love with shooting three-point shots. He doesn't. If you leave him open, yes, he'll shoot it. But he's more apt to try to put the ball on the floor, back you down, and try to get to the up and under, get to the shoulder. So, but for to say the man's flailing, Skip, the man drew 7 fouls, but they shot 10 free throws. So clearly he ain't doing a good enough job. He need to flail some more.
But actually, Pat Bev has given him a weird backhanded compliment.
No. Hold on.
He's difficult to defend because he flails, because he's awkward looking.
Let me ask you a question, Skip. You just move into the house, and your neighbor bring you a potted plant. He says, I brought you something for a housewarming gift, and it's an effing cactus. You accepted that? You like, well, a cactus? You brought me this? No, bring me a potted plant, not a cactus.
I think cacti are cool.
You know, yeah.
No, well, seriously.
If you're in Arizona.
Well,
if you're a camel, maybe you might think cacti is cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked pretty cool.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Skip.
I don't know.
You defended it.
Look what we're talking about. We're talking about Pat Bev, the best player on the Nuggets, right?
I tell you what you're going to do.
I think it's advantage Patrick Beverly.
How about if we do it like this here? You won't be talking about this tomorrow. I bet you won't be talking about this tomorrow.
Well, what do we got on it?
You know what we got on it.
Is it done deal? 2 cases?
Done deal.
Okay, good. I'm good. Thank you very much.
And I get the points, too. Yeah.
No.
Wait a second. Something in late like that.
Renege on a bet. You can't suddenly qualify it after you said you got 2 cases on. You just said straight up.
What's Fox Bet? What's Fox Bet saying?
It's 8 points, but I'm not giving you 8 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what, Skip?
Somebody
keep your stinking
just
point.
went.
Keep your stinking point. Straight up.
Straight up?
Straight up.
Wait, he just said straight up.
Straight with no chase.
Done.
Yeah, I don't even want it on the rocks.
Thank you.
I don't even want it on the rocks, Jenny, because water ice gonna melt and you dilute it. Straight up.
Thank you.
No ice for you. All right, how about we talk about LeBron and keep the energy high around here? LeBron